Hey everyone, so today we're going to dive into something pretty fascinating, a tradition that millions of people practice, breaking a long fast with just a single date. Now this goes back centuries, right? But the big question is it just a tradition or is there some serious science hiding in plain sight? I mean, think about it, that first bite you take after a long fast, that's a huge deal for your body. It's a massive metabolic decision. So, is the date just a symbolic thing? Or is it literally the perfect biological tool for that exact moment? We're about to find out. And you might be surprised at how ancient wisdom and modern science line up.
Okay, so before we get into all the nitty-gritty science, we have to understand the practice itself. Because this isn't just about grabbing any old fruit.
Nope.
It's a very specific, structured sequence that's been passed down for generations.
This method actually has a name. It's known as the prophetic sequence, and it comes from practices recorded in Islamic tradition. And it's super clear. The number one choice, fresh dates. If you can't get those, then you go for dry dates. And if there are no dates at all, you break the fast with a few sips of water. See, it's a really clear, prioritized list.
And here's the key takeaway from that. That first bite, it's like sending a memo to your entire body. It's the signal that says, okay team, we're switching gears now. You're going from energy saving mode to energy processing mode. That's a huge metabolic shift. And believe me, what you choose for that first bite really matters.
All right, let's get into the science. What is actually going on inside your body after hours of not eating? To really get why dates are the go-to, we first need to understand what your body is practically screaming for at that moment. Okay, first things first. Your main fuel tank is running on empty. I'm talking about your blood glucose. That's the easy access energy for your brain and muscles. After a long fast, those levels have dropped a lot. So your body needs energy and it needs it like now. So you might be asking, how has your body been functioning at all? Well, it's been running on the backup generator. That's the glycogen stored in your liver. But by the end of a fast, even those backup reserves are seriously low. Your body's done an amazing job keeping things stable, but now it's desperately looking for some outside help to refuel.
And of course, it's not just about food, is it? I mean, after hours of not drinking anything, you're obviously going to be a bit dehydrated. Getting that fluid balance back in check is every bit as important as getting energy.
I love this analogy. Think of your digestive system like a race car engine that's been sitting cold in the garage. You wouldn't just jump in and redline it, would you? No way. You'd start it up gently. It's the same idea here. Your digestive system has been resting. It needs a gentle wake-up call, not a shock to the system.
Okay, so we've got the situation. Low blood sugar, empty backup tanks, and a sleepy digestive system. What's the perfect solution? Well, let's crack open a date, figuratively of course, and see why its nutritional profile is the perfect answer to the body's SOS.
Just look at this. A single date is an absolute nutritional powerhouse. You've got natural sugars for that quick hit of energy, sure, but it's also loaded with dietary fiber, key minerals like potassium and magnesium, and even antioxidants. It's basically a perfect little refueling package, designed by nature.
And this is why dates are so smart. See, if you just ate a spoonful of sugar or slammed a soda, you'd get this wild, destabilizing spike in your blood sugar. But dates are different. That fiber we mentioned, it acts like a time-release capsule. It slows down how fast your body absorbs the sugar, giving you a nice, controlled, steady stream of energy. It's exactly what your system is craving.
So let's meet the all-star team inside the date. First up, potassium. Think of it as the traffic cop for your body's fluids and nerve signals, getting everything moving smoothly again. Then there's magnesium, which is like a tune-up for your muscles and nerves. And you've got antioxidants, which are like the cleanup crew, helping to deal with any cellular stress from the fast.
Okay, get ready because this is the big aha moment. This is where we connect all the dots. We're going to see just how perfectly this ancient practice lines up with everything we know from modern nutritional science. I mean, look at this. The alignment is just, wow, it's remarkable. The tradition says to use dates. Science says you need gradual glucose replenishment. The tradition prefers a natural fruit. Science says you need that fiber to buffer the sugar. And the tradition's backup plan is water? Well, science says you need to rehydrate immediately. It's a perfect match.
And this all leads to a really cool scientific idea called digestive priming. Think of it like a warm-up before the main event. Because dates are so soft and full of soluble fiber, they do this perfectly. They gently wake up your digestive system, get the juices flowing, and prepare it for the bigger meal to come. This way, you avoid that awful shock or bloating you'd get from, say, a big greasy bite. But wait, there's more. The wisdom here isn't just about biology. It's also about psychology. There's a really deep behavioral science angle to this tradition that actually helps us control how we eat. Let's dig into that.
So the full traditional sequence isn't just eat dates, then gorge yourself. Not at all. There's a structure to it. First, you have a few dates and some water. Then, and this part is critical, you pause. Often, this pause is for prayer, before coming back to the table for the main meal.
And here's where the genius of it comes in. That little pause, that short delay of maybe 15 or 20 minutes, that is the exact amount of time it takes for your stomach to send the, hey, I'm starting to get full signal up to your brain. By building in that pause, the tradition naturally helps you avoid that primal urge to overeat after you've been fasting all day. It's brilliant.
So let's just recap the whole thing. This simple tradition creates this amazing synergy. You get that quick but controlled energy boost. You're super gentle on your digestive system, you're rebalancing all those important electrolytes, and you're building in a habit of mindful eating that keeps you from going crazy at the dinner table. It's the whole package.
When you step back and look at it, what we're seeing is just fascinating. We have a practice that's deeply rooted in faith and tradition. But when we look at it with our modern scientific tools, we find this incredibly sophisticated, built-in understanding of how our bodies and minds actually work. It's pretty amazing.
And that really leaves us with one final big question to chew on. If this one simple tradition is packed with so much scientific wisdom, what other ancient practices from all different cultures around the globe are just waiting to be rediscovered? What other keys to our modern health might be hiding in plain sight? It's definitely something to think about. Thanks for joining me on this one.